Welcome back for the 5th year of my best and worst cases video. This one is for the iPhone 15 Pro. And if you're new here, I put out this video every year for pretty much every major phone release to help you find the perfect case. Now I will be going through each one of these cases to find out which ones are the best and which ones I think you should stay away from. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I will be giving you my favorite cases out of all the ones we've looked at here today. And if you like what I'm doing here, it would really help out my channel if you gave me a thumbs up. It only takes a second. And if you want to go above and beyond to show your support, you can also use the thanks button. And as always, I will be putting product links for each and every one of these cases in the video description. So grab your snacks, sit back and relax, and enjoy the video. And here we have the PowerPeak Crystal Slim case. It's been drop tested up to 10 feet. So here is the case. It is crystal clear. It's got that MagSafe built in. It's got a nice hard back surrounded by a firm rubber edge. Fits on the phone really well. Has a nice grip to it so you don't have to worry about it falling out of your hand. As far as the buttons goes, all the buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable, and accessible. Now if we look at the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and we also do have that tempered glass screen protector on there as well. If we look at the side, you can see it's got a nice texture to help with grip. We have our separated volume buttons and our action button, our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the other side with that same texture. And on the back, it's nice and clear to show off the color of your phone, has that built-in MagSafe, and it also does have a raised edge around your camera protectors. And as you can see, it fits perfectly with our camera protector on there as well. And then to test out the MagSafe on the back of the case, we have our PowerPeak MagCharge wireless charger. And as you can see, the case also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone as well. So this case does seem to offer some pretty good protection, shows off the color of your phone, has that MagSafe built in, and feels really nice in the hand. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the PowerPeak DuoHybrid case. This has been drop tested up to 12 feet. So here is the case itself. I really like this case because it has a nice smooth back that is frosted and doesn't really show any fingerprints. And it has that MagSafe built in. It has a nice firm hard backing surrounded by a firm rubber edge. So here is the case on the phone. Feels nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's not slippery either. It just kind of got like a smooth rubbery type feel. As far as the buttons goes, easily pressable. So if you look at the side of the case, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and we also do have that tempered glass screen protector on here. The screen protector also fits perfectly fine within this case as well. No lifting, no bubbles, and there's still a slight gap all the way around the screen. And if we look at the side, you can see that the buttons are separated and they're also kind of separate from the case itself, which should give it a nice clicky feel. We have our cutout on the bottom, our power button on the side. And if we look at the bottom here, you can kind of see a little raised edge in the corners, and that's for when you put your phone on its back and you touch your phone, it won't wobble all over the place, which I absolutely love. And if we look at the back, you can see it's got that nice MagSafe ring, that frosted back that does show off the color of your phone with no fingerprints. And the camera lens protector also fits perfectly within this case as well. And again, we have that MagSafe puck. All you need to do is just wave your phone over the puck and it clips into place and charges your phone. And as you can see, the case also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. So it feels nice in the hand. It's got that built-in MagSafe, and I absolutely love that frosted back. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the PowerPeak ProTech case. This has been drop tested up to 15 feet. So this case does have a two-piece design. It has an inner soft, flexible layer surrounded by a nice hard protective layer as well. So all you need to do is take out the flexible piece, put your phone inside there, flip it over, and then just press on the hard outer layer. Feels nice in the hand. It's not slippery, but it's not grippy either. It's kind of got like this rubbery textured feel to it. As far as the buttons goes, buttons are nice and clicky. easily accessible and pressable. If we look at the case from the side, we see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and we also do have that tempered glass screen protector installed on there as well. We also have some extra protection in the corners as well for drop protection. And if you'll notice, there is not a button, but a cutout for your action button. We can see that texture on the side. We have our separated volume buttons, our lanyard hole at the bottom, cutouts on the bottom of the phone. We have our power button on the side, and that texture again feels nice. On the back, we have a nice hard texture back, so there are no fingerprints. We also have that MagSafe built in, and this case also again works perfectly with our camera lens protectors. And like I mentioned before, this does have MagSafe built in, so all I need to do is wave the phone over the MagSafe charger, and it starts to charge your phone. I think out of the three cases, this is probably my most favorite. It's the most protective, and as you can see, it really doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone either. Feels nice in the hand and is going to protect your phone the most from drops. I love how clicky the buttons are as well, that built-in MagSafe, and it feels good in the hand. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So now let's test it out in a case. Here we have the Benks ArmorAir case. This case again is made of 600D Kevlar. It's super light and it's super thin. It also has MagSafe built in somehow to its thinness as well. So it's got that nice Kevlar feel, and it's also got a totally metal ring for camera protection. Let's put in our phone. Clips onto the phone, really nice. Seems to work perfectly with the screen protector. There's no part of the screen protector touching the edge of the case, and there is still a slight gap all the way around. Feels really nice in the hand. Feels just like you're holding the phone without a case on it. It's that thin. So here we have our cutouts for all of our buttons on the side there, and our ports on the bottom are covered. If we look at it from the side, you can see that the screen protector comes up and over the case, so it doesn't really have any side protection, but the screen protector is going to protect the screen on your phone. And if we look at the back again, you can see that nice Kevlar, nice and smooth feeling, doesn't show any fingerprints, and that metal ring around our cameras for protection. That is really slick. Look at how thin that is. Then if you're wondering about MagSafe, here I have a MagSafe battery. And just clip that on the back and it starts to charge your phone. It also feels really strong too. Like you could shake this all over the place and the phone is not going to move. It is on there solid. And you can also use this case with regular wireless charging as well. These are some of the hardest cases to make because that 600D Kevlar is so tightly woven. And you can tell just how small it is just by looking at that pattern. This is definitely one of my favorite minimalist cases. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So if you're a minimalist and you like the feel of just your phone without a case, you will not be disappointed by this case. So I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Charging, it's not actually Armor Pro. This is pretty much just like the ArmorAir, but it adds a little bit more protection with some rubber edges here. As you can see, everything's covered up, unlike the ArmorAir, but this one actually has machined metal buttons on each side, which I absolutely love. I also love that accented action button as well. This also has MagSafe built in, and it's also made from 600D Kevlar. And it's also pretty light. Goes on the phone very easily, feels really nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's not slippery. It's got kind of like a smooth, rubbery type feel to it as far as the buttons. All the buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable, and you can easily find them. I absolutely love that on cases. Now if we look at it from the side, we can see there is a slight raised edge, and we also do have that tempered glass screen protector on there as well, and it also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone. It's pretty slim. And then here we have the machine buttons on the side. Looks really nice, and that accented orange. On the bottom we have our cutouts. On the other side we have our machine power button. On the back We have that 600G Kevlar, nice and smooth again. And we also have that same metal ring around our camera lenses for extra added protection. And I've also been using on my iPhone 15 Pro Max as well. And like I said, it also has MagSafe, clips really well onto the case, and starts to charge immediately. This also holds onto the phone pretty well. And you can also use regular wireless charging too. Another excellent case choice from Benks, the Armor Pro. I absolutely love it. And even if you're a minimalist, you still might like this case because it's really not that thick. And if you look at the inside of the Armor Pro, it's got like these rubber strips all the way around the inside for extra added shock absorption. So I absolutely love this case, and I would definitely recommend it, so it's going to get a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Fusion Clear Case. So this case is nice and clear. It's also nice and light as well. It's got a nice hard back surrounded by some rubbery sides. Let's put our phone in the case. Case fits on the phone really nicely. Feels good in the hand. It's got a little bit of grip to it. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable. Now let's take a look at that screen protector. As you can see, it fits perfectly within the Ringke cases. There's no lifting, no bubbles. It almost comes right up to the edge of the case. So the screen protector may work with your case that you're going to be using. You're just going to have to try it out because not all cases are the same. If we look at the case from the side, as you can see, there's a nice raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case, even with that tempered glass screen protector on there. Separated volume buttons on the side, our action button. We have a lanyard hole on the bottom here. We can also see a little bit of reinforcement in the corners as well for extra drop protection. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the other side, we have our power button and a lanyard hole. And on the back, shows off the color of your phone. As you can see, it does pick up some fingerprints on the case, but again, you can very easily just wipe those away. And we also have a nice raised edge around those camera lenses for protecting them as well. Again, it feels nice in the hand. It's got some good grip to it. And then if you're wondering if it works with wireless charging, no problems there. So this does seem to be a really nice clear case. And again, it's going to give your phone some protection, and it's a very reasonable price. And if you happen to put the phone face down on something, it won't move very much either. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Fusion Matte Clear Case, one of my favorites. So this screen protector is just like the other Fusion, but the back on here is nice and smooth, and it doesn't pick up any fingerprints. I love that frosted look. So it's got a nice hard back, again, surrounded by a nice flexible rubber material. Goes in your phone very easily, feels nice and grippy in the hand. Buttons. Nice and clicky, easily pressable, very nice. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a nice raised edge on the top and the bottom of the phone, still with that screen protector on there. On the side, we have our separated volume buttons with our action button. We have a little extra reinforcements in the corners, cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side with that lanyard hole, and on the back shows off the color of your phone with no fingerprints, and it's got that frosted look. I absolutely love that. And then again, it's got that nice raised edge around your camera lenses for protection as well. And the reason why this is one of my favorites is because of that matte look on the back. And again, this case works with wireless charging. And this case has that same grip, so if you put your phone down, it's not going to move all over the place. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Ringke Air case in a glitter clear. So this is a pretty cool case. It's got a whole bunch of glitter in it, as you can see. And this particular case is flexible. It doesn't have any hard, rigid edges on it. It's all made of TPU. Goes in the phone very easily. It is grippy. Buttons. Buttons are clicky, easily accessible, very nice, feels good in the hand. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge on the top and the bottom. On the side here, you can see all that glitter, our separated volume buttons and our action button, The lanyard hole, our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and on the back shows off the color of your phone with all that glitter. That's pretty cool looking. And on the side, we still have that nice raised edge around our camera lenses. And then for fingerprints, I don't really see any fingerprints on the back. It's kind of hard to see with all that glitter. So that definitely helps hide if there are any. So that is definitely a pretty cool case if you want something different. Kind of integrates the color of your phone with some glitter. And you can also wirelessly charge with this case as well. Now the one thing about this case is it doesn't seem to have that extra protection in the corners like some of the other cases do. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Fusion Bold case. So this case is pretty nice as well. It's also nice and light. It's got a nice hard backing, and it has that frosted look as well, which I absolutely love. And it's also surrounded by some nice rubbery edges. There it is in the phone. Feels good in the hand. It's not grippy like the clear cases are, but it's not slippery either. It's got kind of like a texture to it, which does help give it some grip. If we look at it from the side, we can see that it does have a raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case. There are also some reinforcements in the corners as well. On the side, you can see that texture, which helps give it some grip. It's not grippy, but it helps give it some grip. We have some separated volume buttons, our action button, lanyard hole on the bottom, cutouts on the bottom as well, power button on the side, and you can see that texture all along the side with the power button. Our lanyard hole on the back, again, shows off the nice color of your phone, no fingerprints, which is nice, and it also has a nice raised edge all the way around the camera lenses for protecting those as well. This is a really nice case, so if you don't want the transparent case, but you like the matte back, this is definitely one I would take a look at. This case also does work with wireless charging as well. So when it comes to grip on cases, I like the cases that have the texture that give the phone grip, not a grippy case. Because when you pull it in and out of your pocket, it kind of tends to get a little stuck with the grippier cases, but the ones that have the texture don't seem to do that. So I like this definitely a lot better. And the little lips on the bottom of the phone don't interfere with you swiping up at all either, or swiping down. Everything works perfectly fine. Looks really nice in the phone. Again, no fingerprints, and it shows off the color of your phone. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Fusion X in a camo black. Now one thing to note, when you do get this case, it doesn't have those little plastic green pieces to pull off the protector, but there is a plastic covering in here that you can take off if you want to. I've used the Fusion X on some of my older phones in the past, and I absolutely love it. The camo one is really nice because it has that camo look, and it's got a really cool texture on the back as well. Feels really nice in the hand. Again, this case is not grippy, but it's got some good grip to it because it has texture. Now, as far as the buttons goes, nice and clicky, easily pressable as well, and you can find the buttons easily too. So now if we look at the side of this phone, you can see that it does have a nice raised edge on the top and the bottom. It also has some reinforcement in the corners for extra protection there as well. If we look at the side, you can see that it does have that nice texture. Our volume buttons are separated, and the top one has like little dots on it. The action button also has like a little serration too. And there's kind of like a little cutout here for your finger. There's a lanyard hole in the bottom, cutouts on the bottom as well. We have our power button on the side, and the power button is also textured as well. It also has that texture all the way up the side as well. On the back, it's got that textured camo, and it shows off the color of your phone with that as well. Looks really cool. And because it has that texture, it keeps the fingerprints down as well. This case also has some extra protection kind of on the back sides here, and it's got a little raised edge on the corner, so when you put your phone down and you tap on it, it doesn't rock all over the place. And then as you can see, it's got some extra protection for around your camera lenses, and it's got a nice aggressive lip all the way around the lenses as well. And as you can see, it doesn't really add any extra bulk to the phone either. So it offers you some pretty good protection while keeping your phone pretty slim. This case also works well with wireless charging. So if you want a case that feels good in the hand, offers your phone some nice protection, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Now for the cases that don't have the grippiness to them, if you put them face down, they do slide a lot easier than the ones that do have the grip. So that's something else to keep in mind as well. And then here we have the Ringke Onyx case in a dark green. This is another case that I've used for quite a few years on past phones. It is very flexible, but it does offer your phone some good protection while keeping your phone nice and thin. So there it is on the phone, feels nice in the hand. It's got that texture on the side to help with grip. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a slight raised edge on the top and the bottom of the phone. On the side, we have that texture with our separated volume buttons and our action button, lanyard holes down the bottom, cutouts on the bottom as well. We have our power button on the side with that texture that goes all the way up the side. And we also do have some extra protection in the corners as well. On the back, it's got a really nice texture. Again, helps with fingerprints, doesn't show any fingerprints. It's got a really cool feel to it. And as you can see, the camera lenses are pretty much covered all the way around the lenses, but this one doesn't have a lip, but it's got these little individual raised edges around your camera lenses for protection there. This case also works with wireless charging as well. And again, because this case doesn't have the grippiness that some of the transparent cases do, if you put it face down, it may slide around a little bit. But if you want to keep your phone fairly slim but still offer some protection, the Ringke Onyx is definitely a good case. I would recommend it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So the first case we're going to take a look at is the ESR Clear Case Set. This comes with a rear tempered glass screen protector for your cameras, as well as a tempered glass for the screen. So you get one rear camera lens protector set. We get 2 tempered glass screen protectors. And then here's the case. It's got a nice hard clear back with that MagSafe built in, surrounded by a softer rubber edge. So first we're going to install the screen protector and the rear camera lenses so I can show them off with the cases. And because this doesn't come with an installation guide, I would recommend putting a couple of your dust stickers on the screen like this. Then put the phone inside the case to use that as the installation guide. Then peel off the bottom protector and install the screen protector inside the case. And you can run your finger down the middle and it should adhere to the screen. We do have a couple bubbles, so we'll just lift the screen to get those out. And there's a screen protector on the phone. Came out pretty good. No bubbles. So now we'll take the phone out of the case and we'll install the rear camera protectors. So we're going to line the protectors just like this. Just peel off the underside of the guide, then place the guide right over your camera lenses, and then just press them in place. Then just lift open the guide, then you're all installed. Looks pretty nice on the phone, and as you can see, it doesn't add any extra bulk to the lenses either. So now we'll put our phone back in our case, and there it is on the phone. Feels really nice in the hand. It does have some grip to it. All the buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable, and as you can see, the screen protector is case friendly, so you should be able to use it with other cases as well. As far as the touch, nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone, and it's also nice and clear. It is also a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover your cameras. Let's check out our Face ID. Face ID works fine. Let's check out our camera. Camera looks pretty good. Don't see any issues there. Touch also works perfectly fine. And the edges are also rounded off on the screen protector as well. If we look at the case from the side, we can see that it doesn't add much bulk to the phone itself. And there's also still a slight raised edge all the way around the screen, even with that screen protector on there. On the side, we have our separated volume buttons and our action button. We also have some reinforcements in the corners for extra drop protection. We have our lanyard at the bottom, cutouts on the bottom as well, power button on the other side, and on the back shows off the color of your phone with that MagSafe. It does seem to pick up just very minor fingerprints, so not bad at all. And as we can see, it does have a raised edge all the way around our camera lenses, but we do have the lens protectors on there as well. So let's test out that MagSafe. Here we have a MagSafe power bank wallet by ESR. Clips on there super strong, and it charges your phone immediately. And it's on there really good. It's not going to just fall off this case. This case has a really strong magnetic hold. And you can also use this with regular wireless charging as well. So definitely a nice case by ESR. Comes with those 2 screen protectors for the front and the back of your phone. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the ESR Hybrid case. This is another clear case by ESR. Has that MagSafe built in with a nice hard back surrounded by a softer rubber edge. This one is still protective, but not as protective as the regular clear case. Feels really good in the hand, nice and grippy. All the buttons are easily pressable, nice and clicky. If we look at it from the side, we can see it still has a nice raised edge around the front of the phone. On the sides, we have our separated volume buttons, our action button, our lanyard hole at the bottom here. And as you can see, we do have a little bit more reinforcement in the corners as well. We have our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and then we have that nice clear back to show off the color of your phone with the MagSafe. So we'll try out the MagSafe again with our MagSafe wallet battery. Nice strong hold, charges your phone immediately, and it's not going to just fall off the case. It's on there really good. And as you can see, it doesn't add very much extra bulk to the phone either. So you can notice that this clear case is almost like the clear set, but in the corners of the phone, it's not as bulky. So this will still give you some good protection while keeping your phone somewhat slim. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the ESR soft case with stash stand. And then here's the case. It's got a nice soft silicone feel to it. It's got the MagSafe built in, and it's surrounded by a firm kind of silicone rubber edge. And on the inside of the case, it's nice and soft so it doesn't scratch up the back of your phone. So if you're looking for a nice silicone case, this is definitely one I would take a look at. It's not grippy, but it's got kind of like a soft silicone feel to it, but it does feel good in the hand. All the buttons, nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge around the front of the screen, even with that screen protector on there. On the side, we have our lanyard holds, our separated volume buttons, and our action button, which are all silicone. We have our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back again, it's got the nice soft silicone feel that doesn't pick up any fingerprints. We have our MagSafe, and we have a raised metal ring around our camera lenses that also acts as a kickstand. This is so cool. Because they integrated the kickstand into the camera ring, it doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone, but it does add functionality. And it's super strong. Like, this will stay pretty much anywhere you put it. It's very solid. It doesn't just flop around like other cases. So you can watch your phone in landscape, or you can also put it in portrait, take some Zoom calls or a FaceTime call, and then it easily just folds right back into your phone. I absolutely love that. And ESR, I think, was one of the first ones to do this the best. So let's check out that MagSafe. Nice strong hold again. Charges your phone immediately. And it's not going to just fall off the case. These ESR MagSafe cases have a nice strong magnetic hold. And you can see how the camera lens covers fit perfectly in these cases as well. So again, if you're looking for a silicone type case with a metal kickstand built in, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the ESR Hybrid case with stash stand. So if you really like the transparent case, but you want a kickstand built in, this is definitely going to be the case for you. This has that nice hard back with the MagSafe built in. It's surrounded by the soft rubber edge, and it also has that metal kickstand built in. I absolutely love that. My wife has been using this case now for the past 2 years on her phone, and she absolutely loves it. Feels nice in the hand. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a raised edge around the front of the screen, even with the tempered glass on there. On the sides, we have some extra cushions in the corners, separated volume buttons, our action button, our lanyard hole, cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back again shows off the color of your phone with the MagSafe, and it also has that metal camera ring to protect your lenses and give you a metal kickstand. That is so cool. So much functionality. I don't know why nobody thought of that before all these years. It adds no extra bulk to the phone. And it gives the camera lenses some extra protection because it is metal. So let's check out the MagSafe. Nice strong hold again. Charges your phone. And it's not going to just fall off your phone either. Absolutely love that. Definitely a huge fan of these ESR cases, and this is definitely another one of my favorites. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And here we have the Whitestone Dome Aegis 360 case. And here is the case. Also comes with a nice bill clip, and they also thought that if you already have your own tempered glass screen protector, to include an extra piece that will allow you to do that. So instead of using the built-in tempered glass screen protector, you can use your own with this simple insert. This case is also a two-piece design with that insert with the tempered glass surrounded by a totally rubber case. So there is the plastic case insert, and then here is the rubber outer case. And it also has built-in MagSafe as well. And here are the rear camera protectors. So once you take apart the case, you can see that it does have a nice soft insert here as well. So you're going to clean off your screen on your phone really well, put that inside this piece, then take the other piece with the tempered glass. We're going to peel off the protector on the inside, place this over the top of your phone, and then just snap the case back together. Then once you have the phone encased in this plastic, we'll flip it over and install the camera lenses. So take your camera protectors, put them in this orientation, just peel off the back, and then just press this over your camera lenses. Press them in place, and you're all set. Then take this whole piece and we're going to put it inside that rubber case, and you're all set. Now let's check out the screen protector. Feels nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone, and as you can see, it is crystal clear. Let's check out our camera. Camera looks nice and clear, don't see any issues there. Now one thing to note is this screen does have a whole bunch of these little dots on it. It doesn't really bother me because when you're looking at the phone, you really don't see it unless you're really like looking up close at the phone. And they also don't seem to interfere with the camera either. And if you want to put this in your belt clip, you can do it a couple different ways. You can either put it with the screen facing in, so you don't have to worry about the screen getting scratched or damaged, or you can also put it screen out so you can easily see any incoming calls or what have you without taking the phone out. Now let's test out our rear cameras because we do have those protectors, and I don't see any issues. Looks nice and clear, no color discoloration. Focus works perfectly fine. As far as our zooms, that works as well. So no issues there. Now the screen does pick up some fingerprints, as you can see right there, but you can very easily just wipe those away without any effort. And there you go. Feels really nice in the hand. It's got that nice rubbery feel to it. All the buttons, super clicky. Very easy to press, no problem at all. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a raised edge all the way around the screen. And it does add a little bit of extra bulk to the phone because it is very protective. We have our separated volume buttons and our action button on the side, which are rubber. We have our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back. It's got that nice rubber feel to it. Doesn't show any fingerprints whatsoever. And it also has a well to protect your camera lenses. Let's check out the MagSafe. So the MagSafe battery clips into place and it immediately starts to charge your phone. And the magnet on the back also has a nice strong hold as well, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessories just falling off. So this is definitely a very nice case by Whitestone Dome. It's probably going to be one of the better cases for drop protection because pretty much everything on this phone is protected. You've got tempered glass in the front, you're surrounded by a nice rubber case, and you also have those tempered glass protectors on your rear cameras. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Pitaka MagEZ Case Pro 4. Pitaka also makes their packaging out of 100% biodegradable materials as well, so it's better for the environment. So here is the case. As you can see, it does have that nice aramid fiber on the back that's super smooth. The case itself is pretty light. And on the inside, it's got like a softer type material with that MagSafe ring built in. The edges of the case are pretty firm, but they have a nice rubbery texture. There it is on the phone. Feels really good in the hand. All the buttons are super clicky. Absolutely love that about cases. I really wish that every case had separate buttons like this and were really easy to press. Feels good in the hand. It's not grippy. It's got kind of like that smooth rubbery feel to it. If you look at it from the side, you can see it does have a raised edge all the way around the front of the screen. On the sides, we got that two-tone rubber with the aramid fiber. Looks really cool. We have our separated buttons here, which are plastic, but they feel pretty substantial. We have our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the other side, and then again on the back, it's got that really nice soft aramid fiber that does not show fingerprints. And we have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there as well. Let's check out the MagSafe. Clips on the back very well, and it charges your phone immediately. It also seems to have a pretty good hold on the MagSafe power bank, so you don't have to worry about the case just falling off your MagSafe accessories. I absolutely love Pitaka's new cases. You can see that it keeps the phone pretty slim, but it does offer protection all the way around the phone. And this also does work with regular wireless charging as well. Pitaka also makes the minimalist cases as well that doesn't cover your phone as much as this one does, and it makes it feel like you're actually just holding the phone without a case on it at all. This one actually adds a little bit more protection to your phone. So this is definitely a really nice case. I would recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Soupcase UB Pro. So this is one of Soupcase's more protective cases. It does have MagSafe built in, and it comes with a nice belt clip. This case also has a built-in plastic screen protector, and it's made from a two-piece design. All you need to simply do is peel back the outer rubber shell and pull out the hard plastic. And there are the two pieces. So this ensures that your phone will never pop out of your phone unless you really want it to. So the first thing you need to do is to clean off your phone screen really well. Make sure there's no dust, smudges, anything, because whatever's on the phone screen will get trapped inside the case. Then you're going to take that inner shell, you're going to peel off the inner protector, and then just place this over the top of your phone. Then you're going to take this whole piece and we're going to put it back into the outer shell of the case. Just press it in place, and then peel off the outer protector. Feels good in the hand. It's not grippy, but it has that nice soft rubber feel to it. Buttons are all nice and clicky, very easily pressable as well. Even the action button on the side. The screen protector also has a little cutout for your camera right on the top here, so you don't have to worry about it not working with your selfies. Face ID also works perfectly fine. Touch works good too. The only thing is the screen is not as smooth as the glass. It does have a little bit of resistance, but you can see it is crystal clear. Then if we look at it from the side, you can see it's got a nice raised edge all the way around the screen. On the side here, it has some texture for grip. It's got our volume buttons, our action button. On the bottom, it's got your ports that are also covered so no dust or anything gets into your charging port. On the other side, we have that same texture with our power button. Then if we look at the back, it's got a nice hard backing that's got kind of a metallic look to it. It also has MagSafe, and another feature, it's got a built-in kickstand, so you can lay it down in landscape mode. It doesn't work in portrait, but at least you can lay your phone down, and then it just simply snaps back into place. It's got the carbon fiber inlay on the top, and your camera lenses are also kind of recessed in this little well for protection. This case has also been military grade drop tested as well. It does add a little bit of extra bulk to your phone, but your phone is going to be protected from drops. And then let's test out the MagSafe. Clips on there nice and strong, and it immediately charges your phone. It also has a really good magnetic lock on the case as well, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe just falling off. And then for the case, you can put your phone a couple different ways. You can put your phone face in like this, so the screen's protected, or if you need to see what's on your screen, you can put it out just like that as well. This also works with regular wireless charging too. So if you're looking for a really good case to protect your phone from drops that has a built-in screen protector, comes with a belt clip, and has MagSafe with a stand, I would definitely recommend checking out the UB Pro, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Suitcase UB Mag case. This case has also been military grade drop tested. It has a nice clear backing with the MagSafe built in. It is also a firm hard back with a soft rubber edge. Goes in your phone really nice. Feels good in the hand. Again, it's not grippy. It's got that nice soft rubber feel. All the buttons are super clicky, easily pressable, and easily accessible. If we look at it from the side, you can see it's got a raised edge all the way around the screen. On the side, we have our lanyard hole, our separated volume buttons, our action button that has a little serration on it. There's also extra corner protection for drop absorption, our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the other side, and then our backing. Shows off the color of our phone. As far as fingerprints, it does seem to pick up very minimal fingerprints, so that's definitely a plus. And then we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses. Let's test out the MagSafe. Nice strong magnetic hold. Immediately starts to charge your phone. Looks really good. And the case is also on there, so you don't have to worry about the MagSafe accessory just falling off. Yeah, it's got a nice strong hold. I like that. This case also works with regular wireless charging as well, and it comes in different colors, in case you don't like this one. I also like the fact that they made the buttons accented, as well as that kind of inner portion of the case that's like a hard plastic, and everything surrounded by a nice soft rubber. The buttons are also plastic as well. Another really nice case by Suitcase. I would recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And here we have the I-Blason Ares case. So this case is a two-piece design. It's got an inner hard shell that you take out, put over your phone, then put everything back into the outer shell. And it also has a built-in screen protector. So here's the inner piece and the outer shell. The first thing you want to do is to clean off your screen on your phone before we put this on. Then after you clean your screen, just peel off the inner protector, put this over the top of your phone, and then just put that whole piece back inside the outer shell. Goes in your phone pretty easy. Then just peel off the outer protector. Feels really nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's got that nice soft rubbery feel. Buttons are all easily pressable, nice and clicky. And there's that built-in screen protector. The screen protector also is not nearly as smooth as the glass on the phone. It does have a good bit of resistance on it, but it has a cutout for your camera, so you don't have to worry about it interfering with your selfies or Face ID. As you can see, touch works fine, and it's also crystal clear. And if we look at the case from the side, you can see that it has a raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. On the side here, we do have some extra protection in the corners of the phone for drop absorption. We have our separated volume buttons, our action button, cutouts on the bottom with the charging port covered. It's a little hard to get to. There you go. It's a little stiff. Power button on the other side. On the back, shows off the color of your phone. And it does have built-in MagSafe, which is nice. And it also has a really nice raised edge to protect your camera lenses. And as far as fingerprints on the back, it doesn't really seem to pick up fingerprints, so that's definitely a plus. It also does add a little bit of bulk to the phone, but your phone is also protected inside this case. Now let's check out the MagSafe. MagSafe clips on there really nice, and it charges your phone without any issues. So now let's check out the MagSafe. Clips on really well, and it charges your phone immediately. This also does seem to have a pretty good hold on the phone, so you don't have to worry about your phone just falling off with your MagSafe accessories. And it also works with regular wireless charging as well. This does also come in, this case also comes in different colors as well, in case you don't like this color. I think it's pretty cool though. So a very nice protective case. So I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And here we have Caskoo's Magicstand Cloud Cush case. So like I mentioned before, this case is pretty unique. It's not like other cases out on the market. This case has an air cushion all the way around the case for drop protection up to 3 meters. And not only does the air cushion protect your phone from drops, but it also reduces hand fatigue while you're holding onto your phone. So let's put our phone inside the case. Feels very nice in the hand. It's got a little bit of a grip to it. The buttons are also nice and clicky, very easily pressable. Absolutely love that. And if we look at the case from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge to help protect your screen. On the side here, we have our separated volume buttons and our action button. It's got that air cushion on the side. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the other side, we have our power button with the Caskoo logo. And on the back, it shows off the color of your phone. It's got that nice accented color. This is the gray. We also do have the purple or blue on the side here. It's got that metal kickstand ring that also doubles as MagSafe. And we also have a ring around our camera lenses for extra protection. So let's check out that MagSafe. Here I have a MagSafe battery. Clips onto the back of the case, really strong, and it charges your phone immediately. Also holds onto your phone pretty well, so you don't have to worry about the MagSafe accessory just falling off your phone. And again, we also have that ring, so you can easily set your phone down to watch some YouTube or maybe some Netflix. You can also stand it up in a portrait mode, so you can take some Zoom or FaceTime calls, and you can also totally turn it around to have it lay down a little bit more angled up towards your face. And it folds right back into the case with a little clip. And because this ring is magnetic, you can clip this case onto things that are metal. It's also a very solid kickstand. It doesn't just flop around. It pretty much stays anywhere you put it. There have been so many times where I'm just sitting around, maybe brushing my teeth or eating lunch, when I want to prop my phone up so I can watch some YouTube, and I don't have anything but maybe a salt shaker or a basket to put my phone up against. And now I don't have to worry about that because we have that built-in kickstand. I also love the fact that it's totally flush with the case, so you don't have to worry about getting caught up on your pants or your purse. And here it is in that purple color. And you can also use this case with regular wireless charging as well. This is definitely a really nice case by Caskoo. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have a waterproof case by Humixx. So this is a 2-piece design case, and you want to make sure that if you have any screen protectors on your phone as well as rear camera protectors, you need to take them off before you install this case, because this case has its own rear camera protectors and its own screen protector. So you're going to want to make sure that you clean off the screen really well as the rear cameras, because anything left over will be trapped inside the case. So you really want to make sure there's no dust or anything on your screens. Then once your screen is all clean, you're going to take out this piece on the inner portion of the case, and we're going to simply just press this over the top of our phone. Now is another good time to make sure that there are no dust particles or anything on your camera lenses. And then once that's clean, you're going to peel off the protector for the back portion. and then just press this over the back of your phone. Then you can peel off the back protector and the front protector. And there it is on the phone. Looks really nice, feels good in the hand. It doesn't feel grippy, but it has like a nice rubbery feel to it. The screen is also nice and clear, and everything on the front of this screen is covered. All the buttons are nice and clicky. Now, one thing to note, you can see all these little dots on the screen, and that's to keep down the rainbow effect of the screen protector. But I don't think it has any significant bearing on the clarity of the screen. And you really can't see them when you're looking at the phone from a regular distance. So let's take a look around the case. As you can see, it's got a raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. On the side here, we do have these like little textured serrations to help with grip. We have our separated volume buttons, which I love. We do have a cutout for the action button. So on the bottom of the case, we have some interesting things. One, we have a rubber plug that covers up your charging port to keep it all waterproof. And then two, we have another plug here that you can flip from side to side, depending on if you want the case to be waterproof or if you want to make some phone calls. So when you want to make some phone calls, you simply push it over to the other side and it opens up the little microphone port. On the other side, we have those same textured serrations and we have our power button. And then on the back, it shows off the color of your phone. Then on the back of the phone, we have that nice clear back to show off the color of your phone. And we also have some raised edges around our cameras. You can see that nice camera bump. And we also have these little protectors over the lenses themselves as well. So now let's test out the front camera and our Face ID. Face ID works fine. And here we have our rear camera. It doesn't seem to affect the camera at all. Everything looks really clear. You can see that it does focus perfectly fine. And then we have our zooms. No issues there either. And as you can see, touch working perfectly fine as well. And then let's test out our front camera. Front camera also looks perfectly fine. And as you can see, it is crystal clear. So one thing about the cutout for the action button is the fact that you can't get your thumb in to press it in this orientation. So if you're holding your phone normally like this, you're not going to be able to get your thumb in there. You're going to have to turn it to the side to kind of push in that button. Now if you hold it in your right hand and you go to get that action button, you can get your finger in there to hit it. It's a little hard, but again, if there was a button there, you'd just be able to press it like this. But because there is no button, you have to kind of get your finger inside to hit that action button. So first I'm going to make some audio recordings with the microphone plugged up, and we'll see what kind of difference it makes. So this is an audio recording of me talking into the phone while the microphone port is plugged up using the Humixx Waterproof case. So now we'll play that back at full volume. So this is an audio recording of me talking into the phone while the microphone port is plugged up using the Humixx Waterproof case. So my voice was definitely muted. I could still hear it a little bit, but it's definitely not going to be the best. So now I'm going to unplug the microphone port, and we're going to try that again and see what difference it makes. So this is a test of my voice recording talking into the phone with the microphone port unplugged now to see if there's any difference in audio quality. All right, so we'll play that back. So this is a test of my voice recording talking into the phone with the microphone port unplugged now to see if there's any difference in audio quality. So as you heard, it definitely made a difference between having the mic port plugged up and having it not plugged up. Now, as far as the audio volume, it does definitely seem like it's muted while it's in this case. But if the phone is near you, you can still easily hear whatever's coming out through the speakers. So now that I've unplugged the little charging port on the bottom here, let's see if the volume makes any difference now. So this is a test of my voice recording talking into the phone with the microphone port unplugged now to see if there's any difference in audio quality. So the audio volume didn't really make a difference if you have the charging port plugged or unplugged, because the little speaker ports here have a cover over them. It doesn't matter if this is open or closed. There is a waterproof covering over the speakers. So this is a test of my and you can also wirelessly charge through this case as well. So now we're going to submerge the case in water and we'll see if it actually keeps the phone dry. Alright, so here I have the Humixx Waterproof case and I have a vase with some water in it. I'm going to put this inside the water while my video is playing with the sound on, just so we can hear what it sounds like underwater. It's got a machined metal ring for your camera lens protection, as well as machined buttons on each one of the sides. And it has that leather-lined pocket that can hold up to 3 credit cards. It's also very light. So let's put our phone inside the case. And I'm going to record what it sounds like underwater. Very nice. If we look at the case from the side, you can see there is a nice raised edge to protect your screen. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone as well. It's got that nice leather look on the side, our machined volume buttons and action button. Cutouts on the bottom, machined metal power button on the side. So the one thing you do need to be aware of is if you're going to be using... So now that it's been in the water for a little bit, we're going to pull it out and we'll take the case off to see if any water has gotten inside the case. So the case looks good so far. Everything is working. I don't see any water underneath the screen. I don't see any water in the back or the camera lenses. So now let's totally take the case off and see if it's done its job. So I don't see any water inside. So there is the phone. Again, it looks nice and dry. No water in any of the ports. Nothing on the side here. Nothing on the screen. So yeah, it will definitely keep your phone nice and dry. This case also comes with some extra stickers to cover your action button, as well as a little lanyard. So you actually got to see that this case actually does what it says it does, and it keeps your phone nice and dry if you happen to bring the case underwater. And like I mentioned before, it is also drop protected up to 14 feet. So if you want a life-proof case, but you don't want to spend a ton of money, I would definitely recommend checking this case out, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Mybat Pro Mood Series case. And here is the case. Now Mybat also offers lifetime warranties on their cases as well, and like I said before, they do have that built-in MagSafe, which is really nice. The case does have a hard back and it's surrounded by a firm rubber material. Goes onto the case really nice, feels good in the hand. All the buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. Now this particular case is not grippy, but it's not slippery. It's got kind of like a smooth plastic feel to it. If we take a look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the front of the screen. And I also do not have a tempered glass screen protector on there, so it'll give you some idea of what you're looking at if you do add a screen protector. It also has some extra reinforcements in all of the corners for better drop protection. We also have a cutout for the action button. There is no button that covers it. We have our separated volume buttons. We have our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, And it looks like we do have some extra protection on the edges as well with these little air cushions. On the back, it's got a nice matte back so you don't see any fingerprints, and it also integrates the color of your phone with the tie-dyed color, which is pretty cool. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it also has a raised edge to help protect those camera lenses as well. So let's check out the MagSafe. Here I have a MagSafe battery, clips onto the back, pretty strong, and it starts to charge your phone. And you can also use this with regular wireless charging as well. It also holds onto the case really well, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe battery or whatever MagSafe device you're using just falling off. And we also have a lanyard hole on the side as well. So that is that's a pretty cool case. Definitely like that with the color. I absolutely love matte backs because it doesn't show fingerprints and other smudges. And it also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone. And then here we have another Mybat Pro in like a cheetah print. So here's the case. It is nice and light. It's got a nice hard backing to it. It's got that really cool pattern on the back. And it's also surrounded by a firm rubber material. And as you can see, it's got MagSafe built in. Goes in the phone very easily. Feels nice in the hand. Buttons are nice and clicky. And again, if we look at it from the side, you can see that it's got that nice raised edge. It also doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone. On the side, it's got the same cutout for the action button, the lanyard hole, and our separated volume buttons. Cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and again it's got that cool pattern on the back, and this also does have a raised edge all the way around the phone. And this also does have MagSafe built in. Clips on there really nice and strong, charges your phone without any issues, and again it's not going to just fall off your phone. It's got a pretty strong hold on the MagSafe power bank. Now this one does show fingerprints just a little bit because it's got some shiny pieces on the back, but you really don't see them too much. Then here we have that same case in kind of like a shimmery multicolor back. Looks pretty cool. Again, it's got a nice hard back surrounded by a firm rubber edge, and it's got MagSafe built in. Feels good in the hand. It's got that nice clear back. You can see that it does have the edge protection as well. Everything is exactly the same as the first clear one. And it's got that really cool shimmery back that kind of changes color depending on how you look at it. And then here we have another case, kind of like the first tie-dyed one. This one's kind of got like a pink tie-dyed. It's got that nice backing that doesn't show any fingerprints in the matte. And it's also surrounded by a firm rubber edge. Again, feels good in the hand. Everything is exactly the same as the first clear one. And on the back, it's got that nice matte look, nice and smooth. It's got the MagSafe built in. And again, these are just a few colors that they offer. There's actually quite a few different other ones as well. So I would definitely recommend checking out the website to see all the cases that they have to offer. I like how the color kind of bleeds in to the raised edge around your camera lenses. That's pretty cool. So all these cases that I just showed you do offer the same drop protection. They all have the MagSafe built in. It's just that they all have a different pattern. And the clear ones offer that matte back, whereas the other ones kind of have a shiny back. But all these cases are really nice. I would recommend them, and I'm going to give them a thumbs up. And then here we have FNTCASE. It comes with a screen protector and an installation packet. And here is the case. Looks pretty cool. It does look like it offers your phone some pretty good protection. It also has a built-in kickstand as well as a slidable camera cover. The back is a hard plastic and it's surrounded by a softer rubber. On the inside, it's also got kind of like a soft rubber feel too, and it's got some reinforcements in the corners for drop protection. So here is the screen protector on the phone. It does look like it is case friendly because it does have a gap all the way around the screen. The edges are also rounded off. As far as touch, feels nice and smooth, just like the glass on the phone, and it is crystal clear. And it also seems to work perfectly fine with Face ID and our touch. Let's check out our front camera. Front camera looks perfectly fine, no issues there. So let's put the phone in the case. So here is the case on the phone. Feels good in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's got that smooth rubber feel. Buttons are also nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at the case from the side, we can see it does have a slight raised edge around the screen, and we also do have that tempered glass on there. We have some ridges on the edge for extra grip. We have our separated volume buttons, and we have a cutout for the action button. On the bottom, we have our cutouts for our charging port, speaker, and mic. On the other side, we have those ridges for grip and our power button. And on the back, again, it's got that nice hard back with the built-in kickstand, so you can look at things in landscape or portrait mode if you need to. It also stows right back into the case with a little clip. And then we also have that camera cover too. It is made of plastic, but it seems pretty substantial. It clips into place, so you don't have to worry about it sliding all over. And then when you want to close it up, just slide it back over and it clips in place. And it does add a little bit of extra bulk to the phone, but the case does protect your phone more than most. Let's see if this case works with wireless charging. And no issues there. So even with the kickstand, it will still wirelessly charge your phone. And you can still easily access that action button even while holding the phone like this, which most cases that have a cutout here won't allow you to do. So definitely not a bad case. Does seem to offer some pretty good drop protection, as well as adding these 2 extra features. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case in a clear. This case does have a hard clear back surrounded by a firmer rubbery material. Goes on your phone nice and easy, feels good in the hand, does have a little bit of grip to it. All the buttons are nice and clicky, and I love the fact that they do actually have a button for the action button, where some of the cases have a cutout. If we look at the phone from the side, you can see that it does have a little raised edge around the phone screen. On the side, we have our separated volume buttons and that action button. We also have extra protection in the corners here for drop protection. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the other side, we have our power button. And on the back, shows off the color of your phone. The case does pick up some fingerprints, as you can see. It also has these little raised edges in the corners on the back, so when you put your phone on its back and touch the screen, it doesn't just wobble all over the place. And it also has a slight raised edge around our cameras for protection there too. Now this case does come in a couple different variations, which I will show you, and they do have one that has built-in MagSafe as well. This case also does work with wireless charging too. So definitely not a bad case if you're looking for something clear and you want to show off the color of your phone. I would recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And you can also see that it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to your phone either. And then here we have the Spigen Ultra Hybrid in clear with MagSafe. So this case does have a nice hard clear back. It's got that MagSafe built in, and it's surrounded by a firm rubber edge. Goes on your phone very easily, feels good in the hand, it's got some grip to it. All the buttons again are nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at it from the side, you can see it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to your phone. It does have a slight raised edge on the front for screen protection. On the side, we have our separated volume buttons, our action button. We also do have extra protection in those corners as well. We have our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and on the back, it's got that MagSafe with the clear backing. As far as picking up some fingerprints, it does seem to do a pretty good job at rejecting fingerprints, so that's definitely a plus. And if we look at it from the side here, you can see it does have a slight raised edge for your camera lens protection. This one also has those little raised edges in the bottom, so you don't have to worry about your phone rocking all over the place if you put it on its back. Now let's check out that MagSafe. Clips onto the back very nicely, starts to charge your phone without issue, and it seems to hold onto the case pretty well. It's got a nice strong hold. So another really nice clear case. I would just recommend, if you're going to get a clear case, just get the one with MagSafe, because at some point you're probably going to use it. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Spigen Ultra Hybrid in the 01 pattern. That looks so cool, and it also has MagSafe. So if you want your phone to look like the insides of your iPhone, this is definitely one of the cases you're going to want to get. It's got a nice hard backing surrounded by a firm rubber material as well. It even has a pattern on the inside of the case as well. Feels nice in the hand. It does have a nice grip to it. Buttons are easily pressable. If we look at it from the side, again, it doesn't add much bulk to the phone. It does have a nice raised edge all the way around the screen. On the side here, it's pretty smooth with our separated volume buttons and our action button. Again, you can see in the corners, it's got these little raised edges, so your phone stays nice and flat when you put it on its back. Got your cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back. It's got kind of like a smooth, textury feel. Like each one of these little components has its own texture. Feels pretty cool. It also has the MagSafe ring. And we also have a raised edge to protect your camera lenses as well. So let's check out our MagSafe. Clips onto the back of the case, very good. And it starts to charge your phone immediately. Again, it's got a nice strong hold on your phone, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessory just falling off. So if you want a different case, this is definitely going to be one of the ones to get. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Spigen Rugged Armor. This is definitely one of my more favorite Spigen cases because it does add some pretty good drop protection to your phone, as well as keeping the phone nice and slim. And the case looks really cool as well. Now this case is a flexible TPU. It's not hard like some of the other cases, but it's got a really cool texture on the back. And it's got MagSafe built in. If we look at the inside of the case, it does have this extra shock absorbing kind of foam wherever you see those yellow pieces. So there it is on the phone. It does feel good in the hand. It's not grippy, but it does have that smooth, like rubbery feel to it. All the buttons are easily pressable. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge all the way around the screen. On the side, it's got kind of like this serrated texture for grip. Our separated volume buttons, our action button, and it also has some extra corner protection as well for shock absorption. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. We have our power button on the other side, again with that same kind of rigid texture. And on the back, it's got like a carbon fiber inlay, and it's got a really cool texture that doesn't pick up any fingerprints, which I really like. And it also has a nice raised edge around your camera lenses as well. Let's test out the MagSafe. MagSafe clips on there very strong and starts to charge your phone immediately. And again, just like all the other cases, you don't have to worry about the MagSafe just falling off. It's on there pretty good. So like I said, this is definitely one of my more favorite cases that Spigen makes because it does offer some good drop protection while keeping your phone somewhat slim. And you can also use this case with regular wireless charging as well. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Spigen Thin Fit. Now this case is pretty thin and light, but it still does offer your phone some protection. It's got a nice hard back that's got a nice smooth matte feel to it, and it also does have some firm rubber edges. And on the inside, it feels like it has some kind of foamy type material as well. There it is on the phone. Feels good in the hand. Again, it's not grippy. It's got kind of like that smooth, rubbery feel. Buttons are very easily pressable. And again, it keeps your phone somewhat light because the case doesn't add a lot of extra weight or bulk to the phone. You can also see that it's got a raised edge around the front of the screen. On the side, you can see where that smooth matte rubber ends and the firm rubber material starts. Pretty nice looking. We also have our volume buttons that are separated, our action button, our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back again, it's got that smooth, matte, rubbery type feel to it, and it doesn't pick up fingerprints very well either, which is nice. And we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses as well. Now this case does not have MagSafe built in, but if you were to take a MagSafe charger like I have here, it does have a little bit of hold, and it still does charge your phone. But if you try to hold on to just the MagSafe charger, your phone will most likely just fall off. So you can still charge with the MagSafe charger, it just won't hold on to it, and you can also use regular wireless charging as well. Spigen has definitely done a really good job at changing the thin fit. It used to be this thin, plasticky, really cheap feeling case, whereas now they make it with the nice rubber edge that offers your phone some good protection while still keeping the phone really slim. So if you want a case that's really light, does offer your phone some protection, the Spigen Thin Fit is definitely the way to go. I would recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Spigen Optic Armor case. This is the case that has the camera protector on the back, and it also has MagSafe built in. So this case is definitely bulkier than any of the other cases. As you can see, it's got that camera cover on the back. It's got a nice texture type feel as well. It's a little bit firm, not super firm, but it's definitely firmer than just regular TPU. And it's also surrounded by a thicker rubbery type material. On the inside, it's got kind of like a smooth plastic feel. So there it is on the phone. Again, it's not grippy, but it feels good in the hand. It's got kind of like that smooth rubbery type feel to it. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge around the front of the phone, and you can see that it does add some extra bulk as well. It's got that smooth rubber on the side, our separated volume buttons, our action button, our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and on the back, again, it's got kind of like this rough, rubbery type texture on the back, and the camera cover is just made of total plastic. It feels very cheap. But it will do the job because it's going to cover your camera lenses. The only thing that I don't like about this case is when you have it open, it overlaps on the case, which who's going to want to keep the case open like this? You're most likely going to have to always keep it closed. You may or may not like that, but when I want to take my phone out and shoot a picture quickly, I don't want to have to worry about opening up this camera cover before I take a picture. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. And just kind of, if you don't clip it in place, it just kind of, you know, goes all over the place, but it does hold in place pretty well when it is closed. And because it is a little thicker, it does seem to offer some better drop protection than some of the other cases if that's what you're looking for. And the buttons are also nice and clicky and easily pressable. So another pretty good case. I would definitely recommend it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG Essential Armor case. This has been military drop tested up to 15 feet, and it's also got MagSafe built in. So this is definitely one of their more cheap feeling cases. It's just kind of made of this TPU, and the only rigid part on the case is where the MagSafe is. And on the inside of the case, it's got kind of like this honeycomb texture, but it's very hard and plasticky feeling. It goes on your phone really nice, feels nice in the hand. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. The only thing I don't really like is the fact that they have a cutout for the action button. I would have rather had a button there. It does also have some reinforcements in the corners for that extra drop protection. And if we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge all the way around the phone. I also do not have a tempered glass screen protector on the front. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either, which is nice. It's got our separated volume buttons on the side, and again, that cutout for your action button. We have our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back, again, as you can see, the MagSafe ring. And we also do have a nice raised edge around our camera lenses for extra protection there. So let's test out the MagSafe. I've got a MagSafe battery here. Clips onto the back pretty good. Charges up your phone. And it also seems to hold onto the phone fairly well. Doesn't have a super strong hold, but it's definitely strong enough to where you can hold onto the MagSafe accessory and the phone will not just fall off. The case is not grippy, but it feels like a smooth plastic. So this isn't a bad case, it's just kind of cheap feeling. But like I said, again, it's one of their more simpler cases. But it's still not a bad case, so I would recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG Plyo Clear Case. It's been military grade drop tested up to 16 feet. So here is the case. It's got a nice hard clear back surrounded by a firmer rubber edge. It's nice and grippy in the hand, feels good. Buttons are nice and clicky and easily accessible. There's also some extra protection in the corners for drops as well. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it adds just a little bit of extra bulk to the phone. And it also has a nice raised edge all the way around the phone's screen. We have our separated volume buttons here. Again, there's a cutout for the action button, which I really don't care for. There's no texture on the sides. We have cutouts on the bottom. You can see that extra corner protection right there, as well as the little lanyard holes. We have our power button on this side. On the back, you can see it's nice and clear, shows off the color of your phone. It does pick up some fingerprints, but you should just be able to easily wipe those away. It's got a cool kind of design on the back as well, and it also has a nice raised edge around your camera lenses. This is a pretty nice case. I like it. I like how it's kind of grippy in the hand, and if you happen to put the phone face down, it doesn't just slide all over the place either, which is nice. We put it on its back. It doesn't rock all over the place either when you tap on your screen. The only thing is this case does not have MagSafe, so that's a little bit of a downside. So this is definitely another nice case. I would recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG Plio in a case that does have MagSafe, and it's also got kind of like a smoke sides to it. Again, this case does have a nice hard back to it, surrounded by a firm rubber edge, and this one does have MagSafe built in. Again, feels nice in the hand, nice and grippy. All the buttons are easily accessible and pressable. Still have the same cutout for that action button, which I don't care for. They have the separated volume buttons, cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back it's got a nice clear back that shows off the color of your phone with that MagSafe, and it's got the same nice raised edge around your camera lenses. And you can see how aggressive that edge is surrounding your screen, and I can tell you in person, it's definitely going to protect your phone if you happen to lay your phone face down or drop it. But you don't have to worry about not being able to swipe up from your phone or swipe down from the top, because that is definitely not an issue. So let's check out that MagSafe. Clips onto the phone very well, charges it immediately. You can see that the MagSafe charger is not going to just fall off the phone, so it does have a really good hold on there. And this case also does work with regular wireless charging as well. So again, if you don't want the regular Plio without the MagSafe, you can get this one with it. So I'm definitely going to recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the UAG Plasma case. This one looks pretty cool. It also has been military grade drop tested up to 16 feet. And this does come in different colors as well. So this case also does have a nice hard plastic back. And this one is surrounded by a very firm kind of rubbery feeling edge. This one doesn't seem to have any give like the other ones did. So there it is on the phone. Feels good in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's got kind of like a smooth, rubbery type feel to it. Buttons, nice. Buttons are easily pressable, nice and clicky, but this one still does not have a button for the action button. But this one still only has a cutout for the action button. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does add slight bulk to the phone, and it's got a nice raised edge all the way around the front of the screen. On the side, we have these little serrations to help with grip. There are volume buttons and a cutout for that action button. You can still access it if you need to. You just kind of gotta get your thumb in there sideways and press in the button, which is a pain in the butt. I don't know why they just couldn't put a button there, but it is what it is. It also has some extra protection in the corners as well. On the bottom, we have our cutouts and our lanyard holes, our power button, and the serrations on the side. On the back, it's got a very cool look. This case does not have MagSafe built in, so that's one thing to keep in mind, but it's very solid on the back. And it also has a nice raised edge around our cameras as well. This is a nice case. I'm not a huge fan of the cases that don't have MagSafe, especially because of all the accessories that do have MagSafe these days. You can still use wireless charging with this. but it's not going to be able to use any MagSafe accessories, unfortunately. So it seems like because the edge of this case is a lot firmer and doesn't give very much, you can't just press in that action button when you're holding the phone in a normal position. Like I said, you're going to have to like angle your thumb to reach into there, which is horrible. Why wouldn't you just put a button for the action button there instead of a cutout? I'm not sure why. But this isn't a bad case. You see some of the flaws that I've pointed out, but I would still recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG civilian case. This case has been military grade drop tested up to 20 feet, and it also has MagSafe built in. So this is a pretty nice case. It's very simple, and this one's more rounded off, unlike some of the other cases. It's also got a nice hard plastic back, kind of surrounded by a firmer rubber material that does flex a little bit. And as you can see, it's got MagSafe built in. On the inside, it's got this honeycomb texture, and it feels very plasticky. Goes on the phone very easily. Feels good in the hand. It's not grippy. It's got kind of like that smooth rubber feel. All the buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable, but again, it's got that same cutout for your action button. Let's see how easily it is. And this is the same way. You cannot hold the phone normally and access that action button. You're going to have to like angle your thumb into the hole and press in. But I guess if you're trying to mute the phone in your pocket and you end up grabbing it like this, your finger kind of goes into that little hole naturally. But like I said, if you're going to hold it like this with your thumb against here, you're not going to be able to press in that button. But this case does look pretty cool. It's got kind of like a two-tone kind of rubbery material. As you can see on the edge, it's black, and then on the top and the bottom, it's got kind of like this gray tone to it. Looks pretty cool. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it doesn't really add a lot of extra bulk to the phone, but it does have a nice raised edge all the way around the phone screen. And there we have our separated volume buttons with that cutout again. We have our lanyard hole on the sides and our cutouts on the bottom. On the other side, we have our power button. On the back again, it's got that nice hard, smooth plastic that's very rigid, and it doesn't show any fingerprints. And we do have a nice raised edge around our camera lenses. Now let's test out the MagSafe. Clips on there nice and strong, and again charges your phone immediately. This one, because it's slippery, kind of doesn't seem like it might hold on as good as some of the other ones. The MagSafe kind of slides around, but it does have a pretty strong magnetic hold. I really don't think that the phone is just going to come off your accessory, and nobody's going to be, shaking their phone like this with a MagSafe battery on there anyway. It does have a pretty solid hold. But aside from not having a button for the action button here, I really do like this case. It feels nice in the hand, and again, it doesn't make your phone feel like it's got a huge case on it. And this case actually offers the best drop protection out of all the cases that we have in this video. So I would recommend this case, and I'm definitely going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the VRS Design MagSafe TerraGuard Mode case. It feels like it's a two-piece design, but I don't think that this inner rubbery portion comes out of the case. So again, it's got this hard, rough back, which may rip up whatever you put onto it and scratch it up. You probably wouldn't want to put this down on your wood table because it might scratch it up. But it does look like it offers some pretty good protection, and like I mentioned, it's got a firm rubbery type material on the inside of the case. So there it is on the phone. It does feel good in the hand. You can kind of feel the rough back a little bit, but you feel more of these smooth rubber edges on the side. It also does have a very prominent raised edge around the front of the phone, and as you can see, it adds a pretty good amount of extra bulk to the phone as well. On the side here, we have our lanyard hole, and it's got a single button for your volume buttons, which I don't particularly like. It also has a cutout for your action button, which you can easily press when it's in this orientation. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have our power button. And then again on the back, it's got that rough kind of stone feel to it. It's very hard and rigid as well. And if we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a little well to protect your camera lenses. So that's a pretty unique case. I've never felt a case like this before. And if you put this in your pocket, it may kind of fray up your pocket inside as well, but only time will tell. Now this case also does have MagSafe built in, so let's test that out. Holds on there really well, starts to charge your phone immediately, and this is probably the strongest hold for MagSafe that I felt on a case. It is on there really good. Like, it holds on to this case super solid, so that's definitely a plus. As far as the buttons feel, the volume buttons on the side aren't that clicky. They're kind of mushy, and they're not very easily pressable either. The power button, you can easily press, but I don't really care for this volume button right here. And you can also use this case with regular wireless charging too. This is a very interesting design, but I'm not really too sure how I feel about it. I don't really like this rough texture on the back. It feels like you're like rubbing your fingers on a rough stone. But it does look like it would probably offer your phone some good drop protection, as thick as it is. But I am definitely not a fan of this case. And because of these mushy volume buttons and the feel of the back of this case, I would tell you to stay away from this, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down. Then here we have the Wingman case by Scooch. This case has a pretty unique kickstand that I've never seen before. So here is the case, and as you can see, it's got kind of like this black piece on the back. That is actually the kickstand, and I'll show you how to deploy that in just a second. It's pretty cool. So this case actually exceeds military grade drop testing, so if you happen to drop your phone, it's going to be protected. This kickstand back here also acts as a holder, so you can put it in between your fingers to give you a better grip on your phone. It also has reinforcements in the corners for better drop protection, and it also comes with a $100 guarantee, so if your phone happens to get damaged while it's in this case, you could be eligible for $100 for repair. So let's put our phone in the case. So first off, this case feels really good in the hand. It has some pretty aggressive textures on the side that really does help with grip. And as far as the buttons goes, all the buttons are nice and clicky. Easily accessible, very nice. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the phone. And I also do have a tempered glass screen protector on the phone as well. You can see that aggressive texture on the side, feels really cool. We have our separated volume buttons right here. Our action button on the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have that same texture on the top and the bottom, and we also have a textured power button so you can easily find and press it. And on the back, it is clear so you can show off the color of your phone. We have this really cool deployable kickstand, and we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses for extra protection there too. So now let's talk about this kickstand here. So it is a nice, smooth, rubbery type kickstand, and the way that you deploy it is you simply just easily press it in the middle, and it curls up just like that. So this acts as your kickstand, or like I said, you can put it in between your fingers to give you a better grip on your phone. And like I said, this also acts as a kickstand, and you can put your phone in up to 3 different orientations. We have one, which is landscape. I like it because it angles it pretty much right towards your face. You can also put it into a portrait mode just like this, or you can turn it around and it'll be angled like that as well. Again, all you need to do is press it in the middle to make it come out, and then simply just press it down easily to put it back in. How cool is that? Have you guys ever seen this before? Let me know in the comments below. And as you can see, it doesn't really add much extra bulk to the phone either. Now you can also use wireless chargers and such with this phone as well. All you need to do is remove this kickstand, and you can easily do that by lifting up this piece here. And this kickstand easily just moves out of place, and you can easily use this with wireless charging. And you can also easily put it back into place as well. Another really cool thing about this kickstand is you can use it as an air vent holder. So all you need to do is simply deploy it. You will need to have air vents that are horizontal for this to work, but you simply take your phone, stick this into the air vent, and it'll hold in place. This kind of reminds me of those snap bracelets that you would kind of just hit on your wrist and it would curl up. That's, I think, exactly what this is. That's a pretty cool use of that. But it is also covered in a nice soft rubbery material, so it's not going to hurt your air vents either. And if you're like me, you might actually just use this as a fidget toy too. So I'm definitely liking this case. It does offer some pretty good protection. It's got a really cool kickstand design that has multiple uses, and it feels really good in the hand. So I'm definitely going to recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Wingman for the iPhone 15 Pro Max in a tuxedo. You can see that it's got like the carbon fiber on the black. Everything is pretty much all blacked out, which looks really sleek. Has all the same features as the, again, you got that kickstand on the back. And I also put a tempered glass screen protector on my phone so you can see how much of a raised edge you get with that tempered glass on your phone. Has the same kickstand, all the features as the clear and black. And then here we have the tuxedo case for the iPhone 15 Pro. As you can see, this one's just all blacked out. It's got kind of like that smooth kind of texture feel. It's got that same kickstand. Looks really nice on the phone, feels good in the hand. And then here we have the MagCase for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's got a nice hard back with that MagSafe built in, surrounded by a firm rubber edge, and as you can see, it's got some extra protection in the corners as well. And it also comes with a tempered glass screen protector. So for installing the tempered glass screen protector, I would definitely recommend putting your case on your phone first and using it like a guide for the installation. I would also take the dust stickers and place them on each side of the screen protector to give you something to hold on to during installation. Then just peel off the underside of the protector and install it on your phone. As you can see, it's already starting to adhere. You can kind of help it along with your finger. And it looks like a pretty nice screen protector. I just simply pushed out some of the bubbles we had on the edge, but it looks bubble free. Installation was really easy. It does also have rounded off edges, and it's also case compatible with a gap all the way around the screen. As far as the touch goes, feels just like the glass on the phone. Touch working perfectly fine. Face ID works well also. And as you can see, it's crystal clear. So that's nice that you get a screen protector with the case. If we take a look at the case from the side, you can see it doesn't add much extra bulk to the phone. It's pretty slim. And the case does seem to come almost right up to the screen protector. There still is a slight raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. On the side here, we have our separated volume buttons and our action button. We also have some reinforcements in the corners for extra drop protection. Cutouts on the bottom. Power button on the other side. And on the back, we have that MagSafe, and it shows off the color of your phone pretty nicely. And as far as fingerprints goes, it does seem to pick up very minimal fingerprints, but you can very easily just wipe those away. And if we look at it from the side, we can see that we have a raised edge around the camera lenses, and it's pretty much flush with those lenses as well. The case does feel good in the hand, and it is grippy. All the buttons are nice and clicky as well. So this does seem to be a really nice protective case. I would recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Scooch Wingmate case. This is a card holder case. So here is the case. It also has some features that I haven't seen used on any other case I've tested before, and I'll show you that in just a minute. This case has also been drop tested to withstand drops up to 10 feet. It also has some really good cushion all the way around the case and in the corners for good drop protection. It also has a piece in the middle here that you can use with Scooch's magnetic car mounts. It's got a pattern on the inside of the case that is made of hard plastic, and the outside kind of feels like a matte type of rubbery material, which is nice. So there it is on the phone. It does feel nice in the hand. That texture on the side really gives it a good grip. Let's see how the buttons are. All the buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. I love it. If we look at it from the side, we can see that it does have a nice raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and I also have a tempered glass screen protector on my phone as well. On the sides, you can see that nice texturing with our volume buttons and our action button. On the bottom, we have our charging port and our speaker and our mic. On the other side, we have our power button, which is textured, as well as that aggressive texture on the top and the bottom. And on the back, we have a credit card slot, which I'll show you what that's for in just a minute. And we also have a card holder, which you can just lift up just like this and put some credit cards in there. That's why this case is a little bit thicker than usual. And if we look at the side, we can see that our camera lenses are nice and deep inside this well for extra protection. So let's open up the back here. We'll put some credit cards inside. So I got about 3 cards. We'll put these in the back. Those slide easily in place. You can probably fit up to 4 credit cards in here without any embossing on them. And then you just simply press that back over your phone and they're hidden inside. Then if you want to get your credit card out, you just simply pull back this piece and pull out your credit card. So this little slot here has a really cool function. On the back of this case, you see that it doesn't have a kickstand, but if you take out one of your credit cards, you slide it into this little slot just like that, it turns it into a kickstand. How cool is that? Now, unfortunately, it only seems to work in a portrait mode. If you try to lay it down in landscape, the card just kind of falls out of place. But at least you can use it in a portrait mode. That is pretty cool. Another really nice thing about this case is it has RFID blocking, so you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your credit card information while the cards are inside the case. Now, you are able to use this case while laying the phone down in landscape mode. You can easily open up the back card holder case and it stays in place just like this. The only thing is, when you put your phone down in landscape, it's not going to be angled towards your face. But one scenario I think this would be great in is if you need to use your phone for video recording, because you can easily stand this up on something flat and it'll record video. So the case does add a little bit of extra bulk to your phone, but that adds protection and it also adds the ability to hold those credit cards. So now maybe you don't need to take your wallet or your purse with you. Now, one thing about this case is because it has that metal ring in the back here, you're not able to use it with wireless charging. So you will need to use the plug instead. And then here we have the Wingmate case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max in like a lightning color, or maybe like a black marble. But this is a really nice card holder case. Like I said, it offers some really good protection. It has some really cool features and it feels really good in the hand. So I'm definitely going to recommend this case and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Wingmate kickstand in a floral pattern for the iPhone 15 Pro. Has the same great protection and it also holds those 3 cards, just like the one for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And it also has that built-in metal ring for their wing mount. This case offers the same great protection. So you can see it does add some extra bulk to your phone, but again, it's holding those 3 cards in your case, so maybe you don't have to carry around your wallet or your purse. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, it would really help out my channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So now that we've had a chance to go through all those different cases, I'm going to give you ones that I thought were the best based on a few different categories. If you're looking to buy a silicone case but you don't want to spend an arm and a leg to get one from Apple, I would definitely recommend ESR's soft case with stash stand. The build quality of this case is just as good as the Apple OEM cases. It's got MagSafe built in, and it also comes with that stash stand. That's definitely one thing that you will not get on the Apple OEM silicone cases, and it comes in handy more than you'll know. And it also doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone, but it does add some extra protection for your camera lenses. Now, this case actually checks off 2 different boxes. 1 is the best kickstand case, and 2 is the best clear case. This is the ESR hybrid case with stash stand. This case not only shows off the color of your phone, but feels really good in the hand. It's got MagSafe built in, and with that stash stand, you will always have a kickstand anywhere you go, and it doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone, but it does add some extra protection for those camera lenses. Now, if you're looking for a case that's going to give your phone some protection, but keep it as slim as possible, I would definitely recommend these 2 cases. One is the Spigen Rugged Armor, which I've used on multiple phones in the past. It keeps the phone nice and slim. It's also got MagSafe built in, and it also adds some extra drop protection to the corners of your phone. Now the Spigen Rugged Armor does edge out the Ringke Fusion X because the Ringke Fusion does not have MagSafe built in. But it does offer your phone some pretty good protection while keeping it pretty slim, and it's nice and reinforced in those corners in case you happen to drop your phone, and it looks really cool with that camo back. Now, if you're looking for a case that's going to keep your phone nice and safe and keep it waterproof, I would definitely recommend the Humixx Waterproof case. This is kind of like a life-proof case, but cheaper. It's going to keep your phone nice and dry and clean no matter what you're doing outside. You can drop it in the dirt, in the snow, in water, and nothing's going to get inside the case. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone, and it feels really good in the hand. The only thing is it does not have MagSafe. Now, if you're looking for the best card holder case, I would recommend the Scooch Wingmate. This case is very protective and it holds 3 credit cards. It also has a little slot on the back where you can put one of those credit cards to give you like a makeshift stand. It does add a pretty good amount of bulk to the phone, but again, that's because it's holding the credit cards, and it also has a metal plate inside that you can use with Scooch's car mount. The only downside is you can't use this case with MagSafe. Now, if you're looking for the best minimalist case, Pitaka and Benks definitely killed it this year. I absolutely love all 3 of these cases, and I would highly recommend them to anybody that wants to give their phone some protection while keeping absolute slimness. Here we have the Pitaka MagEZ Case Pro 4. It's made of 1500D aramid fiber. It's super light, super thin, and it does provide some good protection for your phone. Again, like I said, keeping your phone super slim. It feels great in the hand, the buttons are nice and clicky, and it also has MagSafe built in. Next, we have the Benks Armor Pro and ArmorAir. These 2 cases are made from 600D Kevlar. They have MagSafe built in, and they feel great in the hand again. The Armor Pro actually has metal buttons and a little bit more protection for your phone, where the ArmorAir is pretty much the slimmest, lightest, strongest case that you can get for your iPhone 15 Pro. It pretty much feels like there's no case on the phone at all. And these also do have MagSafe built in. And if you're looking for a case with the absolute best drop protection possible, I've got 4 cases here for you. One is the Whitestone Dome Aegis 360. This case offers your phone probably the best protection possible because it comes with a built-in tempered glass screen protector. It also comes with rear tempered glass protectors for your cameras, as well as encasing your phone inside a very protective rubber case. It comes with a belt clip. It also has MagSafe built in with a really strong hold, and it feels really good in the hand. Another one of my personal favorites is the Soupcase UB Pro MagCase. This case also offers your phone some really good drop protection. It has a built-in screen protector. It also comes with a belt clip and has MagSafe built in with a kickstand. Next, we have the PowerPeak ProTech series case. This case offers you drop protection up to 15 feet. It feels really good in the hand. It's a 2-piece design, and it also has a really strong MagSafe magnet. And then last, we have the UAG Civilian. This case offers you 20-foot drop protection. It feels really good in the hand. It's nice and slim. It does have MagSafe built in, but because the back is a little bit slippery, the MagSafe accessory may slide around a little bit. It does not have any built-in screen protectors for the front or the rear camera lenses. If you all are still with me, thank you so much. I would not be able to do this without your support. If there was a case in this video that I didn't cover that you'd like to see in future videos, let me know in the comments below. And I'd also really like to know what your favorite case was out of all the ones we've tested and why you chose it. I'd also recommend checking out my best and worst screen protector video for the iPhone 15 Pro, and you can check that out by clicking on the video you see on your screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.